Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we have seen all the preparations of alkanes. Totally three preparations are there. Under three preparations, again subdivisions we have seen. Okay. In last class, that is from carboxylic acids, decarboxylation, and coal ceratolatic method we have seen. I hope you understood that concept clearly. Now, after that, we kept the heading chemical properties. Okay. Under that chemical properties, we started with substitution reactions. That is first chemical property for alkane, that is substitution reactions. Under the substitution reactions, we have seen if one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by chlorine, that is called chlorination. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by chlorine, that is called chlorination. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by NO2 group, that is called nitration. If one of the hydrogens present in alkane is substituted by SO3H, that is called sulfonation. Generally, nitration and sulfonation will not be taken place in lower alkanes. So, we will consider chlorination or any bromination also. Okay, how it is going to be happen? CH4 plus Cl2 in presence of sunlight. H nu is the representation of sunlight. Planck's constant, nu is frequency. To give CH3Cl plus HCl. Okay, yesterday I told that today we will see that this reaction clearly with mechanism also. That one we will start today. Okay, let us keep the heading same, substitution reactions only. Under that we are going to see this chlorination. With the help of chlorination we are going to see. Okay, now let us start with that one. First, CH4 will react with Cl2 in presence of sunlight. CH4 will react with Cl2 in presence of sunlight. We will get CH3Cl plus HCl. Two chlorines are present here. One chlorine will substitute this hydrogen. This hydrogen is going to react with another chlorine. Hydrogen present in methane will react with one of the chlorines here and it will be formed as HCl. Another chlorine is going to replace this H. The type of reactions are called substitution reactions, already we have seen. Okay, first step. It will be continued. There is a chance to be continued with another step also, that is CH3Cl, the formed product here. It will react with Cl2 in presence of H nu. Okay. Another hydrogen present in CH3Cl will be substituted by chlorine to form CH2Cl2 plus HCl. This hydrogen is reacted with one chlorine to form HCl and that hydrogen is replaced by chlorine to form HCl. Next, continuation. CH2Cl2 plus Cl2 in presence of H nu. Third hydrogen is also substituted to form CHCl3 plus HCl. CHCl3 plus HCl. Finally, one more final step is going to be happen, that is CHCl3 plus Cl2 in presence of H nu. We will get final hydrogen is also getting substituted to get CCl4 plus HCl. These are the four possible reactions when methane is undergoing reaction with chlorine in presence of sunlight. Okay, first product which is formed is called chloromethane. Second product which is formed is called dichloromethane. Third product is called trichloromethane. This trichloromethane is called chloroform. CHLOROFORM. Trichloromethane is called chloroform. CCl4 is called tetrachloromethane. which is also called carbon tetrachloride. Okay, every product name also I wrote clearly, and what are the reactions possible. For this reaction, we need to see the mechanism. Okay, that mechanism, before going to that mechanism, what are the other points to be covered under this reaction, substitution reaction? That is particularly, this is chlorination. Okay, we will see that. First note down these four reactions neatly, all of you. First, CH4 will react with Cl2 to form, in which one hydrogen is substituted by chlorine to get chloromethane. That chloromethane will react with another molecule of chlorine to form dichloromethane. Dichloromethane will react with chlorine in presence of HNO to get trichloromethane, which is also called chloroform. This trichloromethane will react with finally chlorine to form carbon tetrachloride or tetrachloromethane plus HCl. Okay, regarding this reaction, some points we need to cover. After that, we will go to mechanism. Note down these reactions, all of you. So under this first point, reactivity order of alkanes, reactivity order of alkanes in chlorination or in substitution reaction. Reactivity order of alkanes in substitution reaction: tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. Reactivity order of alkanes in substitution reaction. Which alkane will undergo reaction easily? Which alkane will undergo substitution easily? Tertiary alkane will undergo reaction easily when compared to secondary. Secondary will undergo reaction easily when compared to primary. Tertiary will undergo reaction easily when compared to secondary. Secondary will undergo reaction easily when compared to primary. Okay? See? CH, CH3, CH3, CH3. This one tertiary. Carbon which is bonded to 3 carbons. Tertiary. This one will undergo reaction easily. When compared to this one. This hydrogen can be replaced easily when compared to this hydrogen. Secondary hydrogen. Hydrogen which is present on secondary carbon is called secondary hydrogen. It can be replaced by chlorine easily when compared to primary hydrogen. Here this is tertiary. This hydrogen can be replaced by chlorine easily when compared to these hydrogens. Finally, CH3, CH3. Like that. In this one, this hydrogen can be replaced by chlorine easily when compared to this hydrogen. This hydrogen can be replaced easily when compared to this hydrogen. Tertiary greater than secondary, secondary greater than primary. Okay, this is first point. Reactivity order of alkanes in substitution reaction. Next, second point. Reactivity order of halogens. Reactivity order of halogens. F2 is greater than, Cl2 is greater than, Br2 is greater than I2. Normally we took chlorine. Instead of chlorine we can take fluorine. bromine or iodine also. Instead of chlorine, we can take bromine, fluorine or iodine also. Anything we can take. But which one will undergo reaction easily? Fluorine. After that chlorine. After that bromine. After that iodine. Okay. In that reaction with fluorine is explosive. Reaction with fluorine is explosive. That's why in laboratories we will not prefer reaction of alkane with fluorine. We can take chlorine and bromine. But if you take fluorine, that reaction will be explosive. That's why we will not prefer reaction of alkane with fluorine. Another method we will prefer to prepare fluoroalkanes. That one we will understand in next 12th class first chapter, haloalkanes and haloarenes. Which method is preferable to prepare fluoroalkanes, we will see there. Okay, now reaction with fluorine is explosive in nature. So it won't be undergoing reaction easily. It will undergo easily, but very high explosive means high amount of energy will be released, which is leading to explosion. That's why it will not be preferred in laboratories. Next, reaction with iodine is very slow. Na? With iodine, reaction is very slow. So reaction with iodine is reversible. Reaction with iodine is reversible. I will take one example with iodine and I will show what will be happen if you take iodine as the one of the product reactants. Not products, one of the reactants. So same reaction can be happened with fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine. All are called halogens. These are called halogens. Same reaction can be happened with fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. I took example chlorine now. Like that it can be happened with bromine also. It can be happened with fluorine or it can be happened with iodine also. But the problem is reaction with fluorine is explosive in nature and it will not be preferred in laboratories. And reaction with iodine, it is reversible in nature. Means reactants will be converted to products. Immediately those products again it will be converted to reactants. Okay, I will take example with iodine and what will be happen. Let us see that one. Note down this, all of you. Second point. First point we wrote reactivity order of alkanes. Reactivity order of alkanes in substitution reaction we have written. Second point, reactivity order of halogens we wrote. Halogens are nothing but fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine is highly reactive, which is leading to exothermic. Means high amount of energy will be released, resulting explosive in nature. With iodine, it is reversible in nature. These 2 points also note down carefully. Reaction with fluorine is explosive. Reaction with iodine is reversible. Now, what will be happen if you take iodine as the one of the reactants? Then see, CH4 plus I2 in presence of H nu. CH4 plus I2 in presence of H nu, we will get CH3I plus HI. It is reversible, means two-side arrow mark we have to show. That one I told, it is reversible means reactants will be converted to products. Immediately products will be converted to reactants. Now, to avoid the reversible reaction, in this reaction, to avoid the reversible, that means to avoid products to be converted to reactants, I am going to remove this HI. If you remove this HI, CH3I will not react with HI to form backward reaction. That's why if you want to get this product, we want to remove this HI. In what way? That HI, to that I am going to add HiO3. To that I am going to add HiO3. HiO3 plus 5HI gives rise to I2 plus H2O. 3I2 plus 3H2O. This HI is going to react with HiO3 to form I2 plus 3H2O. What is happening here? If you feel any confusion or difficulty, only one thing I would like to say, that is reactants will undergo reaction to form products. Slowly I am telling here. Reactants, they will undergo reaction to form products. But what did we say for this reaction? This reaction is reversible. Reversible meaning reactants will be converted to products. Again, products will be converted to reactants. When products will be converted to reactants, when they are present as it is, CH3I plus HI will be present in the same vessel. Immediately they will undergo reaction to form back reaction. Then what we are going to do to avoid the backward reaction? To avoid the backward reaction, we are going to convert this HI into another form. If HI is not there, CH3I will not undergo reaction with HI because HI is not there. When HI is not there, CH3I is remained in the vessel only. Is it correct or not? When HI is not there, CH3I will be remained in the vessel only. When it will undergo reaction if HI is available? That's why for that react products we are going to add HiO3. For that vessel we are going to add HiO3. What HiO3 will do? This HiO3 will react with HI to form iodine and water. At once this HI is converted to iodine and water with the help of HiO3. This HI formed is no longer available and this is only forward reaction. Backward reaction is not at all possible. In that condition we will get CH3I as the product. Is it okay, all of you? I hope you understood. Forward reaction is taken place. CH4 reacts with I2 to form CH3I plus HI. Okay. When backward reaction will be possible? When these two are present in the same vessel, then only backward reaction is possible. But what we are doing here? We are making HI to be converted to another form. In that way, we are making that CH3I not to react with HI. Then backward reaction is not possible. Every time this forward reaction only it is taken place to form CH3I. In this way only reaction with iodine will be possible. Otherwise, if you don't use this HiO3, it will be continuously reversible reaction only. No products will be formed clearly. That one I would like to say. So reaction with fluorine, it is explosive in nature. It will not be preferable in laboratory. Reaction with I2 also, it is reversible in nature. That's why it is not preferred. But to make possibility of I2 reaction, we are making one reagent HiO3 from external to be added to this vessel, in which that HiO3 reacts with HI to form iodine and water. In that way, forward reaction is possible. That is about this explanation regarding extra points. Now we have to see what about the mechanism of the chlorination. So finally, what is our conclusion? Totally 4 reagents are there. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine, explosive in nature, we will not prefer. Iodine, reversible in nature, we will not prefer. With chlorine and bromine, this reaction is highly possible. That is the conclusion. The substitution reaction of alkane with chlorine and bromine, it is highly possible. Okay, ma? Now we will see what about the mechanism of this reaction. Let us see that one. Mechanism of this reaction involves 3 steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. Initiation, propagation, and termination. So I am keeping first step 1, that is initiation. Step 1 heading is initiation. Now what is going to happen? Cl2 will undergo reaction in presence of H nu to form, this is undergoing homolytic fission to form Cl free radical plus Cl free radical. As it is preferred by using free radicals, That's why this mechanism is called free radical mechanism. That one finally I will tell the point. Now initiation. Under initiation, first chlorine. We have methane and chlorine both are present in the vessel. Then why chlorine is undergoing reaction? Chlorine-chlorine bond is weaker when compared to carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bond. That's why first this bond will be broken. Then when this bond is broken, we will get chlorine free radicals. This is initiation. Generally we will say total 20 students are there. Okay, one announcement will come. Who is going to participate in quiz? No one has raised the hands. No one is interested. Then teacher will say that no one is interested. Anyone, at least you can take initiation and you can participate the quiz. What is the meaning of initiation? At least if one raises the hand, remaining by seeing him or her, they will raise the hand. Like that they are thinking. Teachers are thinking that if anyone raises the hand, by seeing that student who is raising the hand, remaining also they will raise. That means reaction is happened by initiation. First step, which one is going to involve in the reaction, that is taking initiation. That is the meaning. Step 1, initiation. I hope you understood, ma'am, what is meant by initiation. First, chlorine is undergoing reaction. In the presence of H nu, chlorine-chlorine bond is broken homolytically to form chlorine free radical and chlorine free radical. Okay. Next, propagation. At once initiation is taken place. Next, remaining students, sir, madam, I will also give name for quiz. Like that they will undergo. Means propagation. The process is going on. First initiation only one student will take. Remaining they are taking means that is propagating. The process is going on. That is the meaning. So second step. Step 2. Propagation. Under propagation, what is going to happen? This chlorine free radical which is formed in first step will undergo reaction with CH4. Will undergo reaction with CH4. In CH4 also homolytic cleavage will be taken place. Okay, to form CH3Cl plus Hp radical. Under propagation, this is A step. This chlorine free radical which is formed in first step, okay, will undergo reaction with CH4. Will undergo reaction with CH4 to form CH3Cl. What is that CH3Cl? CH4 contains 4 bonds, na? One bond will undergo homolytic fission to form carbon free radical and hydrogen free radical. This carbon free radical will react with chlorine free radical to form CH3Cl. This hydrogen free radical is formed here. Hydrogen free radical. Okay, next. B. This hydrogen free radical is going to react with one more chlorine molecule. Hydrogen free radical is going to react with one more chlorine molecule. Then here also homolytic fission will be taken place to form chlorine free radical and chlorine free radical. Chlorine free radical and chlorine free radical. With this chlorine free radical, this H free radical will react to form HCl plus chlorine free radical. See once again, chlorine free radical is formed. One more time. The hydrogen free radical which is formed here, it is going to react with chlorine molecule. One more chlorine molecule. Then this chlorine molecule also will undergo homolytic cleavage. Equal cleavage will be happened. Chlorine free radical and chlorine free radical. This chlorine free radical and hydrogen free radical will be formed as HCl. This chlorine free radical will be remained here. Now what is going to be? This chlorine free radical again it will react with one more molecule of CH4. Repetition, chain reaction will be happened to form CH3Cl plus Hp radical. Again this Hp radical will react with chlorine molecule to form HCl plus chlorine free radical. Like that cyclic reactions will be happen, chain reactions continuously to form CH3Cl as the major product. To form CH3Cl as the major product. These are the two reactions which are cyclic, means chain reactions happen in the propagation step. What is the product we got? CH3Cl plus H free radical. Again that H free radical reacts with one more molecule of chlorine to form HCl and chlorine free radical. In that vessel only one chlorine molecule is not there, as well as only one CH4 molecule will not be. 6.023 in 10 power 23 CH4 molecules, 6.023 in 10 power 23 chlorine molecules will be there. According to that, this reaction will be taken place slowly, cyclic process. This process will be repeated. A and B processes are getting repeated in propagation step to form CH3Cl as the free radical. Okay, till now note down this properly, all of you. I am repeating once again. Initiation. Step 1. Chlorine-chlorine bond will be cleaved homolytically. Then we will get chlorine free radical and chlorine free radical. This is called initiation. Coming under propagation, two steps will be continuously taken place. Those two steps are, this chlorine free radical will react with CH4. Here also homolytic cleavage will be taken place to form CH3Cl plus H free radical. That H free radical again it reacts with chlorine, that is two chlorine molecule to form HCl and chlorine free radical. These A and B reactions are repeatingly happen to form the major product as CH3Cl. Repeatingly happen to form the major product as CH3Cl. In this propagation step, further 2 or 3 reactions are also possible, but those are very less amount will be formed. Major amount, these two only. Major reactions are taken place, A and B only. Further reactions are possible in propagation. Those reactions also we will see now. Is it okay, ma? Note down this carefully. Initiation, propagation. Propagation is not completed. Further other reactions are also there in propagation, ma. Those reactions we will see, and finally termination we will see. By that mechanism will be completed. Okay, next. In step 2, propagation only, other reactions. What are the other reactions? H free radical plus chlorine free radicals, they will form HCl plus chlorine free radical. Okay, first chlorine free radical plus CH4 will undergo reaction to form CH3Cl plus H free radical. Okay, other possibilities are, this chlorine free radical is going to react with CH3Cl. Chlorine free radical is going to react with CH3Cl. Major amount is formed as CH3Cl only. These are less possibility of reactions will be taken place. Those are also we are going to read that one. Okay, now H free radical, this one. With this chlorine will be reacted to form CH2Cl2. CH2Cl2 plus H free radical. Is it okay? Next again, this H free radical reacts with chlorine to form HCl plus chlorine free radical. Is it okay? Next again, this chlorine free radical reacts with CH2Cl2 to form CHCl3 plus H free radical. Again this step will be continued to get Cl free radical. Like that, these are other reactions. CH2Cl2, CHCl3 and formation of CCl4. These are all other reactions in which those products are very less amounts will be found. Major amount will be found with CH3Cl only. Previous we have written A and B reactions. Those A and B reactions only repeatedly happen to form the major product as CH3Cl only. But these are also possible. This is 80 grams out of 100 grams. This is 80 grams will be formed. Remaining 20 grams will be found with these products. That is the meaning. Okay. In this way, propagation will be taken place. Other possibilities are also going on. Okay. Finally, we have to study termination. This is completion of other reactions in propagation. Now we have to see termination. Let us see. Finally, termination. Termination means ending. In termination, very less chances of formation of ethane. CH3 free radical, initially it is formed. There is a chance of reaction with another CH3 free radical to form CH3CH3. By that reaction will be stopped. This is chance of possibility formation of 0.1%. This is very less. Means finally what are the remaining products, all these things are there na? At that time that scrap will be formed as ethane. That is the thing. Okay, next. H radical and chlorine radical will be formed as HCl. CH3 radical plus chlorine radical will be formed as CH3Cl. In this way, slowly the cyclic reaction will be taken place and they will come to end in the formation of these products. These products are very less in quantity. In this total reactions, the major product formed is CH3Cl and HCl. In this entire process, the major products those are formed are CH3Cl and HCl. Remaining whatever I wrote in propagation or termination, those quantities are very less. That is the meaning. CH2Cl2, CHCl3, CCl4, all these are very less in amount. Major products formed are CH3Cl and HCl only. Okay, this is about mechanism. This is about termination reactions. As everywhere we are going to follow free radicals, this mechanism is called free radical mechanism. So I am going to write one point finally, note point. Mechanism followed in chlorination of alkanes is called free radical mechanism. Mechanism followed in chlorination of alkanes is called free radical mechanism because everywhere we are involved with free radicals only. That's why this mechanism is also called free radical mechanism. Is it okay, ma? This is about first property. It takes so much time, but remaining properties are easy only. Only we will see reactions. We will not go for mechanisms, ma. Simply we will go for reactions only and we will complete the remaining properties. This property only it will take much time when compared to others. Okay, I hope you understood, everyone. Finally, just I will recall this first property, that is chlorination. Chlorination mechanism is involved with three steps mainly. Those are initiation, propagation and termination. In initiation only one step will be taken place. In propagation mainly two steps will be taken. Those are small a and small b. Remaining other reactions possibility is very less. But those are coming under propagation only. Finally termination. Termination is stopping of the reaction. End. So finally the small amounts which are remained, those they will undergo reaction to form the final products and the reaction will be stopped. Okay, this is why in chlorination of methane we will get ethane as also product, one of the products, but it is very less quantity only. Okay, and what is the note point? This mechanism followed in chlorination of alkanes is also called free radical mechanism because this is happened in the presence of sunlight. Homolytic fission will be happened in which because of that homolytic fission we will get everywhere free radicals. That's why that mechanism is involved with formation of free radicals. So this mechanism is called free radical mechanism. Okay, if you are clear about first property, we will go for next one, that is combustion reaction. Okay, ma? Let us see second one. Keep the heading, second one, combustion. In your early classes or 10th class, you might have studied this combustion definition. Any substance in the presence of oxygen, they will undergo reaction to form carbon dioxide and water vapor with releasing of large amount of energy in the form of light and heat energy. That process is called combustion. Whatever the combustion might be, the products are carbon dioxide and water vapor only. CO2 and water vapor. For example, CH4, methane, will undergo reaction with oxygen to form CO2 plus H2O. CO2 plus H2O. Balancing of the reaction. CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2O. While this reaction is going to be happen, we will get carbon dioxide and water vapor. Along with that, delta H is equal to minus 800 kilojoules per mole. That much amount of energy also will be released. Minus is representing that energy is released. That's why these alkanes, when they undergo reaction with oxygen, they will release amount of heat energy. Because of this, these are used as fuels. Kerosene is there. Kerosene is mixture of hydrocarbons only. If you flame that one, it will be giving energy out. Along with that, carbon dioxide and water vapor also will be formed. We cannot see carbon dioxide and water vapor because directly they are converted to gaseous state. We cannot recognize. But we can see that fire, heat energy, light energy, it is coming out. Is it correct or not? Petrol. Petrol is a mixture of hydrocarbons only. These are all burning and they are giving burning in the presence of oxygen. If you stop the supply of oxygen, petrol cannot burn or kerosene also cannot burn. Sir, from where oxygen is coming? In the atmosphere, oxygen is present. With the help of that oxygen itself, combustion reaction will be happen for petroleum, anything. Okay, for combustion, oxygen is the required substance which is present in the atmosphere itself. So, if you are able to stop the oxygen supply, then the reaction will be stopped automatically and the fire also will be stopped. Did you understand, ma? Here, for alkanes, one general reaction is there. That reaction is CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of alkanes. React with 3n plus 1 by 2 O2. So this is the coefficient of O2 to form NCO2 plus N plus 1 H2O. CnH2n plus 2 plus 3n plus 1 by 2 O2 gives rise to NCO2 plus N plus 1 H2O. Let us check this formula with methane first. Okay, let us see. Methane contains N value 1. Let us check that this is the reaction, whether we are getting this reaction or not with the help of this formula. Let us check that one. N value 1. Here methane contains N value 1. Then 3 into 1 plus 1 divided by 2 O2 gives rise to 1 CO2 plus 2 H2O. Now do this calculation. CH4 plus 3 ones are 3 plus 1 4. 4 by 2 2. O2 gives rise to 1 CO2 means CO2 only plus 2 H2O. See this reaction and this reaction both are same only. So no need to every time balance this reaction. Simply remember this general formula. For alkanes only this is exclusively for alkanes only. CnH2n plus 2 plus 3n plus 1 by 2 O2 gives rise to NCO2 plus n plus 1 H2O. If you want for one more example, let us see that one also. CnH2n plus 2 plus 3n plus 1 by 2 O2 gives rise to NCO2 plus n plus 1 H2O. Let us check with C2H6 plus n value 2 here. 3 into 2 plus 1 by 2 O2 gives rise to n value 2 CO2 plus 2 plus 1 3H2O. Do this calculation. C2H6 plus 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 by 2 O2 gives rise to 2 CO2 plus 3H2O. In this condition, if you get fraction value, multiply this entire equation with 2. Then this 2 will be cancelled. Then it will become 2C2H6 plus 7 O2 gives rise to 4 CO2 plus 6H2O. This is the final balanced equation. Like this, easily we can balance any sort of alkane undergoes combustion reaction. Okay, ma? This is about combustion. By this, we can stop today. Two properties we completed today, ma. Those are substitution reactions, first one. Second one, combustion reaction. We wrote general equation for combustion reaction also. Please remember that one to write combustion reactions for alkanes. Okay. That is about for today's class. I hope you understood, everyone. If you have any doubts, anytime you can contact me. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.